Welcome, ladies and gents, to this week's episode of the Heavens Demons podcast, episode 30, the Big 3-0.
We're dirty 30 already?
We're getting there. We're damn near close.
We're getting up there.
Hey,
yeah.
30 came up on us quick.
Time flies, man.
For the rebrand, you know?
For the rebrand?
It doesn't feel like 30 episodes since we rebranded.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about our age. Yeah, no.
I want to talk about my age.
Honestly, I'll say this, though. It has felt like a long time. You know, the longest month of the year is always like January. For whatever reason. Like, January just ended yesterday. And I feel like we've already been in 2022 for 3 months.
January to me felt like at least 6 weeks. Like, I could say closer to 2 months, but I don't... 3 months? That's what it felt like.
It felt like a long time because I would still wake up and like, fuck, we're still in January.
You know why? It's because I feel like November and December go so fast because that's when we have like our weeks off or we have back to back. Think about it. In December, you have like pretty much 2 weekends straight off with Christmas and the New Year's.
Yeah.
And then you have Thanksgiving. So you literally have 3 vacations pretty much in what, a 5-6 week span?
Yeah. And then January comes like, haha, back to work.
Hey, back to work, you fucking numbnut.
But it just still feels like forever. Like, I think there's probably 5 weeks in this month. There's some months that have 5 weeks. I think April has 5 weeks.
Yeah. I didn't check the calendar.
I was checking for my pay period, but yeah, no. Yeah, like it feels like forever. So getting to episode 30, it felt like forever. But it's because of like how we have our new schedule. We do 3 episodes a month now, so it's gonna take longer for us to get there. Versus with the last podcast we were doing 1 every week and we didn't miss a week.
Could you ever think about doing 2 episodes a week?
No, I wouldn't. Like I know
I don't. Or not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like I know like with JBP and Rory and Maul, like they do 2 episodes a week, and there's other podcasts that do like more than 2 episodes a week. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to. I'd get burnt out. But that's also the only thing they really do. They don't like. They really don't do anything else. So it's like, I mean, if that's the only thing you did, yeah, I'd expect you to at least have 2 episodes.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard not to do 2 a week.
Yeah, at that point you're just lazy.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I like the whole I get a week. Mm-hmm. Like I have 1 a week, and then I have a whole cycle of 1 week. Yeah. To like reconvene. All right, what happened? Yeah. Because also, like, I don't know about you. I'll speak for myself. I feel like I'll get tired of my voice at times, so I don't want to hear myself that often.
Yeah. For me, like growing up, I still do, like in the back of my mind, I wanted to work for ESPN. Like I thought that was the coolest job.
Like an analyst?
And like an analyst, I'd be on First Take or I'd be on these shows talking about sports. And like for that, they talk about sports every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And if you're Stephen A. Smith, it's 7. And
even on his day off, he's recording shit at home.
Exactly. Even on his day off. And then he has his radio show and then he has his podcast. And like, same thing with Colin Cowherd. He does 5 days a week and then he also has his podcast out of that. So I could do 2 episodes a week. I mean, if we were talking about sports.
I think that's the only thing I could talk about.
Is like sports. Like, I wouldn't be able to, like, a news anchor? Fuck.
No chance.
Depressing. At least with sports, like, you could speculate, like, you could talk about, who's the greatest quarterback of all time, or you could talk about, like, who would last. Like, there's so many situations and scenarios you could talk about when it comes to sports. Like, what if Bo Jackson never, got hurt? Mm-hmm. Or do you think he'd have, would he have, like, a World Series ring like Deion Sanders? Or, like, you could always throw out these speculations, and you could talk about it for an hour to 2 hours, and then you're done for the day.
Because there's analysts and stuff that do this for what they, like, the expertise is one sport, and they talk about one sport, and they do this all day, 6 days a week, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Let alone if you have 3-4 sports you know pretty well, you could do it forever.
Mm-hmm. Or even if you don't know it that well, like there's some like Ryan Clark, he's getting into MMA, talking about like he's been a fan of MMA, but doesn't really know the ins and outs. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you can fake it till you make it, bro. You could bullshit, or you could just always be like that, give that learner's perspective. Of like, look, I'm a novice. You could just educate me on this, and I'll tell you my perspective.
Which is good to have because it's like anything else. If you're new to this and you go watch a show and it's so intense with like, okay, it'd be like if you had a jiu-jitsu talk with somebody. I don't know all the rolling, all the moves, all the different chokes. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's like
it's not even fun to me.
You'd be listening to like, and you'd be, instead of being spoon fed information, you'd be like sipping through a fucking fire hose.
You can't do it.
It's too much. It's like it'd be overbearing. It'd be like, oh, well, I just don't recall anything now.
And that goes to like not even sports. That goes to like sports, fashion, entertainment, like anything, anything. No, I love people that are like extremists and purists to whatever like expertise field they want, but there should always be that one person that's okay. Like you are the fashion expert. I'm barely new to this. I ask a lot of questions coming from the outside perspective.
Yeah.
I feel like that should always be a case across the board.
Yeah, because then it turns into a TED talk if like you just like have somebody just go on a rant, and I don't think like even then I don't even like I baffle at seeing, and I admire it, but I baffle at people that do podcasts and shows by themselves, because you're just talking into the ether. You don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of. It's not even a conversation at that point. You're just ranting.
No, there's a few that I've seen that is real talent though.
No,
like,
it is a real talent.
Tim Dillon,
yeah,
will be by himself at times. He could do that all day.
Yeah,
there's very few people in the world that could pull it off.
Like I talk to myself a lot, but I don't think what I say is interesting, and also I understand my thought process of how I got to an idea.
Yeah.
If I had to do that with a podcast and I'm just going on the tangents I go through by myself, people would probably be like, the fuck is wrong with you, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, they probably zone out and stop listening probably 15 minutes in.
If
If they get that far. Most people don't.
No.
Oh, with listening podcasts too. Yeah, no, they don't get that far.
Oh, hell no. There's certain podcasts like I'll try, and then I'll be like 10 in and I'm like, you know what, it's not for me.
You know what I noticed? Because I was watching the John Madden documentary.
Oh.
And you realize, like, in this generation, like, I feel like back then there was a lot of voices, like Vin Scully, John Madden.
Yeah.
Like
They had the voice.
Nowadays, who do we have? Like that's our age demographic.
The only guy I could think of is oddly enough is from the Dodgers. I mean, I'm not talking about Oral Hershiser. I'm talking about what's his name, Joe Davis. I think his name.
Okay.
He's the younger one, and he has that voice.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not iconic yet because he's still fairly young.
Yeah.
But he commentates for Fox. He's exclusively with the Dodgers. Well, there's times where he's not commentating for the Dodgers because he's doing like big NFL games. Like Fox has a hold on him because they know he's like the next guy up.
Yeah. I feel like there's not as many.
Oh, many? No.
Yeah, I feel for whatever reason, I don't know if it was like the fucking their parents chain smoking in the house with them,
Maybe.
And like they just get that rasp or like so whatever it is with their voice. Like there's something to be said about a good like speaking voice.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like there's as many now.
Like, do you think we're ever gonna have a Sam Elliott in our generation? There's no way.
No, I don't think so.
There's no way.
But I mean,
But
back then,
wait, what about R.I.P. But like Pop Smoke, nobody had that voice.
yeah, it's a tone. It's a tone and everything. Like, but yeah, when it comes to music, I mean, it's very different. But you could also tweak.
Yeah.
In music, when you're like listening to sports and you have the color commentating and you have like, you know, all that going on, it's like always older people. It's never young. And what am I gonna do, bro? Listen to like an Andrew Schultz talk about a fucking football game?
Nah, couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't.
No.
Like even I don't understand the Joe Buck hate, but it's like that dude's old, you know?
Well, it's because the Joe Buck, and I'm sure I don't want to lose our women audience here, so I'm gonna try to tie it to them. If you see the memes of like that guy holding a mic and he's always looks like he's like that, he's always on Twitter. People make fun of him, but it's because he says sometimes you'll catch him every now and then. He does a lot of games, guys. Give him some slack. Cut him some slack. He'll say like a stupid comment in terms of like, oh, he really needs to get these 3 yards to pick up the first down. And it's like, well, obviously, dumbass, it's 3rd and 3 if he doesn't pick up the 3
He's
yards.
Captain Obvious.
Yes, at times he does that. And that's the hate that he gets. The problem is he'll do that at times in the big games. And then it's hard to do that in the big games when there's like a national audience. But hey, he's the guy, so nobody else is calling those games.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at is like, we don't have much to choose from here.
I can't think of
the talent pool is
either
very
that or
dry.
we're gonna get drunk Tony Romo. What do you want?
Or Troy Aikman.
Or drunk Troy Aikman. Yeah.
Like if Peyton Manning cared to do it, he'd be perfect. If he cared, but he's doing it in his way. He would not be able to like be hired by Disney.
No, I honestly, well, I mean, he works for ESPN, kind of. So
He's connected to Disney, but he's not the only.
No, but if you
voice.
but if you notice, he did his own thing of like, I'm gonna do a commentary, but I'm gonna commentate on the game in the way I want to. I'm not
from
gonna
my fucking basement.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go fucking put on my suit and talk about. Oh, you know, this is a really big game today for the Chiefs. You know, like it's not gonna be that thing.
No, but in a sense, like if we didn't live in the era we do, that you're capable of doing that, then he would be like John Madden, and he would be at the stadium calling the game.
Yeah.
But since we live how we are today, you just put a fucking camera set up. You have, somebody operate it live and stream it.
We've talked about this before, and I'm curious to see if people have ever wondered what we've talked about. I would pay extra money if I got to get like an extra channel of the same game, but it's like ruthless commentary. Yeah. Like I want to hear them curse. I want a real like commentary.
Yeah,
I would pay extra money if I hear these motherfuckers talk shit and do this.
I want to hear that, but I've also I can't hear uneducated talk. Like if they don't know what's going on in the game, you have to at least either know football, played football, some like at a high level. And I'm not saying you're fucking high school Polk High,
and it can't just be that though. I would just pay the extra money of like, we have one good commentator that honestly does the commentary of the game, but I would love to have like a Marshawn Lynch or somebody extra that could say whatever the fuck they want, and they're not going to get any repercussions.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch. If Marshawn Lynch, I would kill for Marshawn Lynch to commentate like maybe 2 games, 3 games a year in like primetime games.
And I guarantee you the ratings would be through the roof.
Because you just want to hear him talk.
He's the character.
Exactly. And then you have Peyton Manning, and it's like he gets his jabs in at Eli, and then you realize like Eli never said much his whole career.
No.
But now on the Manning cast, you get to see his personality, and he's like, oh, okay, he's a typical little brother.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's cool. That's cool to see. So you get to see the human aspect of it, but. Yeah, man. That's just what I've noticed. Especially after watching the John Madden documentary, I was like, fuck, we got nobody.
In our generation?
In our generation.
Who's the voice of our generation? I'm trying to think now.
Couldn't tell you, bro. I posed the question.
Who would be... Answer the question. Who do you believe, who do you think is the voice of our generation? I'm trying to honestly think, who would that be?
I don't know, man.
And it could be in anything. Sports, music, entertainment, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard for actors and actresses to be the voice of a generation,
the songbird of our generation.
Well, that too, but you know what I mean, because they're not really. I mean, they're acting. They're saying words that they don't really write, so it's not really coming from them.
Yeah,
it's very hard. I'm trying to think of who it would be.
I mean, even Matthew McConaughey is not our generation, so it's like who would it be, bro? It'd be funny. He'd be the most. Okay, hear me out here. He'd be the most terrible person to commentate a sporting event. Terrible. But I would love to hear it because every word would be comedy. It'd be Angus Cloud. I would love to hear. He'd be fucking terrible, bro.
The one guy that's just completely oblivious.
And if it's Fezco from fucking Euphoria.
Yes.
He'd be fucking terrible. He wouldn't even he'd say the dumbest shit, and you wouldn't know if he's trolling or not. You don't know if he's serious.
It's like when he's on Euphoria.
Exactly.
You felt it. I think I felt it. I'm sure
that he wasn't acting.
He's not acting. Like I generally think he has these responses because a little backstory about him. He wasn't an actor before. Like they found him. Like I think he was working like in a waffle spot, and he was like a cook or something. Like he was working out in the East Coast. I think somewhere in New York. And they asked him. Some lady asked him to audition. She thought he was bullshitting, but she wasn't. And there's a story of him like he was on a flight, I think, to go do like a read, and he looked up on YouTube how to act, and then it dawned on him like halfway through the show. He's like, "Wait, they want me to be me. Like, why the fuck am I gonna follow his acting skills?
Yeah,
it's like just be myself, and if they like me, then fucking I get the part."
And he lucked out so much because he doesn't have many lines to memorize.
No, but it's the delivery.
Yeah, I mean, you have even if you do have lines, you have it's a general thing of say this, but in your way. Repeat this how you would say it.
Yes,
but it's like
at this angle and at that point, just
Yeah.
Emote how you need to emote.
Exactly.
Body language. Just be
You got to personify whatever this generality of a statement is in your way.
Don't you think it's harder
To what?
to be that good of an actor with that much little lines, because you have to get out so much in so little. So I feel like you have to be very
Well, that's what
commanding.
separates great actors from mediocre actors.
Yeah.
That it's like, I think of great actors and I think of like Leonardo DiCaprio in Django, where he improved, like his hand actually cut open and he wipes it on I think it's Kerry Washington's face, and that was like real. And you know, if it was somebody else that has no experience in acting and doesn't have all those years and actual talent, then they probably would have just fucking frozen that moment and would have been like, fucking cut, literally cut, and I got cut, and just stop it. Versus him, he's like, no, let's just roll with it.
Let's see what we get of
There's a lot, and like same thing. I mean, we give a bunch of shit to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but in this Spider-Man, he was great.
He was great,
and he suggested a lot of good things. It's like, oh, he's actually a good actor. And then I think about his performance in the Social Network, when he gets fired, or when they cut him out of the company, and that was like a great scene too. I'm like, oh, he's actually really good. I forget he's a good actor.
Oh, he's great.
So it separates, you know, great actors from just actors. Is that ability to look at, you know, Kirkland's signature and then like come up with a whole fucking thing of how to say it.
Yeah.
That's what separates
it
him.
reminds me a little bit of like Joaquin Phoenix, like in the Joker. I felt like he did say stuff, don't get me wrong, but dialogue wasn't the main point of the film.
No. Well, I mean,
but the acting was so good.
Yeah, because I forget the exact percentage, but majority of communications body language. So him,
I know what you're talking about,
how he emotes and how his facial expressions, how he moves around and how he walks.
King of facial expressions, Willem Dafoe.
Shout out Willem Dafoe.
That dude. There's a fashion vlog channel that I follow, and this guy just goes up and he asks people, "What are you wearing?
Yeah,
like, is it okay if I film you?" He walked up to Willem Dafoe, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
In Soho, in New York, bro.
What's the likelihood of that?
And he's like, I guess I'm wearing this, and it's like the guy's most watched video because he realized like after he's like, fuck, this is Willem Dafoe.
Damn.
And the guy's like,
was he dripped out though?
I mean, he had an outfit. It wasn't dripped out as far as like he's not wearing a bunch of designer stuff. He's just put it whatever together.
And to be fair, they probably caught him like, you know, walking from.
It was like him and his buddy were walking, you know, probably to the store or something. But it's cool to see like that dude, king of facial expressions, and I'm glad they brought him back for the, you know, the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Especially considering like his face is covered as the Green Goblin. And he's acting like I could still, even though I couldn't see his face at times in the Green Goblin, like the way he said it, I can imagine what his face looked like.
Yeah. Well, kind of the Green Goblin's mask is
fucking
off of it. It's meant to be off of his face. Like he can make that face because he's so good at the facial control and how he does it. So yeah, no, he's a great actor as well.
Yeah, him and Jim Carrey, I would say, are king of facial expressions. It's very hard to beat those guys.
Yeah, no,
very hard.
Elite. And think about them, though.
Elite.
Think about them. They're legends.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to be that for our generation. Like, who's going to be our Jim Carrey? I mean,
our Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a hard thing,
that's kind of hard, though, because it wouldn't really be ours. It'd be like the kids before us. Or the kids that are not even born yet.
There's an age separation for sure. You know, one thing that makes me think about, because I was listening to another podcast on, we live in the era of instant gratification. And you got to think about of what Jim Carrey did to get to The Grinch. You got to think about everything Jim Carrey did before he got to Me, Myself, and Irene.
In Living Color.
And you got to think about
a lot of people don't know about that.
No, a lot of people don't know James Carrey on In Living Color. And you got to think about he put in at least a decade worth of work of learning in so much time before he got to his moment.
Yeah.
And now we live in a time where where TikTokers are getting movie roles and Vine guys and people off of YouTube.
And then you see it's like, oh damn,
now you're not an actor.
It's one, you're not an actor, but you kind of can tell, and I could relate this to music a little bit too. The production is the most important part now. It's not the acting. The acting's not going to carry most movies nowadays.
And we talked about it last episode with Matt, was like the how TV's changing, movies are changing, and I feel like it's also changing because the amount of great actors that we choose from, it's not a lot.
No,
we got a lot.
They're often fucking from the UK
because they take shit very serious
Yeah.
over there, like their craft. They spend years and years like at these school for the arts practicing.
and we have those here.
But it's not as common, and I mean, maybe
I don't think it's as accepted either.
no, it's becoming more accepted, bro. I mean, I could speak from my own family experience. Just in the 8-year gap between me and my brother, is my dad didn't want me to go to a fine art school for my writing. Asen comes along, he's in acting school.
Yeah.
That's in 8 years. So it takes time, and I feel like now we're in the time where it's kind of more accepting. It's people are understanding, like if that's your calling, and you can tell like, oh, you would be good at this versus somebody that just like has an idea and doesn't want to work. Like, I want to be famous, or do you want to be famous, or are you a real thespian?
Yes.
Do you?
Because I can argue fame is the least thing you'd want.
Are you? Do you want to be famous, or do you really care about music? Do you really care about this? Because we need plumbers. We need.
Hey guys, look,
guys.
You as well. We are in the labor, the skill, the trade industry. I am fucking terrified. When I say terrified, I'm fucking mortified of what might happen in the next 20 years, because we're not gonna have enough people to do some of the things we need to do.
Yeah.
We're just not. And I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like, we're probably gonna have to happen again. Is the U.S. is gonna have to open up their borders, bring in people on visas to come in and do these jobs.
Oh, but they're taking our jobs.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. We need more mechanics. We need more plumbers, electricians.
And I never got or understood people that job shamed and trade shamed and stuff like that. Like, hey, this is how this person puts food on their table.
Yeah.
Just because it's not something that you'd want to do.
Or can do.
But yeah, you look at it, it's like, fuck, we need
a
more
lot of
mechanics. We need fucking plumbers, architects.
And it's funny that you bring that up, because I was at a buddy of mine's engagement party this last weekend, and one of his friends, I don't know, he's also in the construction industry. He's around our age, and we were talking about the same things about, like, we don't see a lot of younger people. It's very rare. All the best people, all the people we work with are like late 40s, early 50s, mid 50s. It's like, what the fuck's gonna happen? And we kind of bonded on that, where, like, I like to work with my hands. I like to do some of the stuff I do. It's not all I like to do.
The best work I do is with my hands.
Shout out. But that's not all I want to do. Like, yeah, do I want to work out in the field for like 4 hours? Sure. But then guess what? I have to also do probably 4 hours of office work. I don't want to just do one thing, but I love the fact that I could do that one thing as well. And I feel like we pushed our parents kind of pushed our generation. They told us in our head, like, trade school is not even a thing. Go to college, get a job. You're fine. You don't want to do the work I want to do. Well, I mean, if you, most of the time it's not like this, but you can make the assumption of, like, well, you like doing certain things. Maybe there's a good chance I might like doing the same things as well, or maybe not exactly that, but loosely based on that. And we don't have a lot of trade schools anymore. So it kind of takes if schooling is the only option, like just literature, we're gonna have a problem, because a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that want to do things with their hands.
I also think it's how our society is kind of set up. Like, I was listening to a podcast where this guy was from Australia, and he was talking about, like,
Today, mate.
And
Let's put another
he was
on the
like,
Bobby.
he visited America, and he's like, America's weird. He's
I
like, the
believe
way
it.
people view the labor field, he's like, I'm a carpenter, but I also surf and I travel and I do things.
I'm not just a carpenter.
I'm not just a carpenter. Like, that's not my identity, but that's just my job. But also I think about it too. I'm like, oh, well, maybe, there's probably, I don't know the exact how the labor works over there in Australia, but I felt like if people were compensated properly and you were able to live off of one job.
Yes, that's important.
People would probably go for that trade. Now we're in a rat race to where everyone's trying to find the best paying job, and Most people I know that I see that are on their own, whether they have an apartment or they have a house, they have more than one job.
Yeah.
They just don't have one job. And that's an issue, because how do you have time to actually enjoy your life if majority of your life you're working?
Don't.
And in these other countries, it's like, yeah, they have one job and they can provide and they can live within their means, and then they have all this extra time. It's like not my free time. I'm not filling my free time with another job.
Yeah.
So I think
we don't have that.
We don't have that luxury here in America.
Yeah. I mean, they did a study where minimum wage across the board in any state isn't
Livable.
Isn't livable. So I mean, if you're just gonna go based off that, it's like, oh, okay, so then automatically, 2 jobs is necessary. Okay, so what does that mean? That means I'm gonna be away from my kids. That's less time I'm gonna spend with them. That's what's that too. But like, you could see how that's gonna take a toll on them as well as me. So you're gonna have a bunch of miserable fucking people. Like we're trying to figure out ways where we want to do. Obviously, we have things and passions that we like. Obviously, we want to get compensated for certain things that we do. But we don't. Our identity is not in that as well. Like we also do other things that we don't care to make $1 on.
Yeah.
Or we
I do drugs for free. I pay to do them.
Hey, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
But it's that thing too of like, it looks like I've heard it plenty of times before, whether it be from older generation, our generation, we do a lot of shit. And it's like, yeah, I'm putting in, to you it seems like a lot of shit because you're not doing anything. Versus me, I understand in this 2 to 3 year gap, I'm going to be doing a lot of shit. So by the 5th, 6th year, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I understand that. And that's the mindset I should have had when I was going to college.
Yeah.
It's going to fucking suck for 4 years. 4 years best case scenario, 5 years realistically.
Yeah.
By the 6th year, I'm going to come out of it with, in a great position to take my, whatever situation my dad's into a different, different status or stuff like that. And it's like, well, fuck, I'm already behind the ball on that. I mean, it's never too late. But for myself and like, okay, how about I figure out a way how to do this? Okay, let me plant the seeds. And by the time these come into fruition, it'll be faster than I think. And by the time I get to where I need to be, if you're, judging me for what I'm doing, you'll still be in the same spot.
Yeah.
Your 401k might look better than mine because I don't have one.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to be to where I have so much passive income that I'm getting the last laugh.
Yeah.
But it's just different ways of thinking, different avenues of success. And it's not meant for everybody. But if our trade, labor field compensated more and it was more competitive and we had an actual livable wage. I mean, we tried to get Bernie in there, but nobody was listening.
He had the vision. He had the fucking
He was
vision.
trying to wipe our student debt and he was trying to give us livable wage. And we said, nah, give us
fam.
Sleepy Joe. We fucking suck as a country.
And honestly, guys, don't think he's going to try and run on this next one. He might. But
Joe?
No, not Joe. Bernie.
Oh,
and God
Bernie.
bless his heart if he tries. You guys are gonna literally kill this man. Like, from heartbreak.
Hold on. He's been. What drives him is the anger of how stupid this country is. I see it. Was the inauguration when he was there, and it's like he's sitting like this could have been an email. Like, this boy is sick. He's like, I'm trying to fix this fucking country, and you guys want to celebrate this shit?
Could have had payments to everybody, and we could have been sitting at home watching this fucking thing.
You know what that's the equivalent of? Being invited to your ex's wedding. Like, he's sitting there watching Joe become president, and he's like, fuck, what's going on here?
It's really what y'all wanted, huh?
He's like, at what point do you guys say, does anybody object? Because I'll step the fuck up.
Dude, I don't know, man.
We're at the halfway point. We're almost there.
We shouldn't have to think like that. We shouldn't have to fucking settle.
A lot of people do, man. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's a depressing topic. It really is.
I don't
What's
wanna
not
get
a
into
depressing topic is Caleb Williams signed to USC today. That's why I'm wearing my USC.
Shout out.
I'm getting that in right now. It's only a quick little before, because I already know you guys are tired of our sports talk, but it's great. It's a great day to be a Trojan.
Hey,
I don't use them, but it's a great day to be a Trojan.
Hey, it's a great look.
But I don't always use.
Not always.
But when I do, The Trojan.
It was I would say it's probably my best January to date in terms
Yeah.
of just everything that I've experienced, just things I've wanted to do. Check out, like, I'm cool with already how the start of 2022 is. Now, this is what is starting in February.
Black History Month.
Shout out Black History Month. And also,
out.
shout out Rihanna and Rocky.
Congratulations.
Black love, we love to see it.
Love to see it. Hey, sometimes you gotta spin the block.
We could talk.
Sometimes, it's okay. Continue.
Yes. Fuck you. Oh, Caleb Williams committing to USC. That's how the February started for me. Mm-hmm. Do you know how hard it's gonna be to keep that consistent? Like that. That's already the first day.
We're hot right out the gate,
dude. There's no way. Like,
but it's always how you start. Like even in a 40-yard dash, they said if you don't have a good start, it's gonna be a shitty 40.
Forget the finish.
Forget the finish. It's shitty.
Yeah.
If you have a good get off, you'll be fine. We're off to a great start.
Great start in 2022.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it couldn't be better.
If it's the first day of Black History Month, and it's the first starting black quarterback in 30 years for USC.
Which, if you know,
the last one was in 1991, which is crazy being based in South Central LA.
Yeah. You literally know black quarterback? Nope, no.
The last one, because I know way too much about USC, the last one we had, we converted him to wide receiver. Jalen Green, I'm sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
He was a lefty.
It was an awkward release. It was going to be tough.
Yeah,
it was going to be tough.
It was going to be really tough, but you know what? We have Caleb Williams. It's fine. I agree with you. 2022 is off to a phenomenal one. It's off to a great start. It's probably going to be one of my best years to date.
Hey, bro, I know so.
Yeah, and going in with Caleb Williams,
crash and burn.
Please don't. Yeah, man, it's great. You know, for all you sports fans, like all of my real Rams fans, it's a great year for you as well.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Super Bowl.
That's
in
a
LA.
huge topic.
When you've sucked for so long, it's finally feels good. I mean, SC hasn't sucked as long as the Rams have.
No.
But you know, I had to experience for 5 to 7 years what they experienced for about 20.
Yeah, since the greatest show on turf.
And I'm thank God it was only the 5, man.
Yeah. It was tough.
And we still had Rose Bowl, Pac-12 championship wins, and it was still a down decade.
Yeah, no, it was the worst decade by far.
Yeah,
by far.
It was bad.
It was not good.
But now things are looking up.
Hey, things are looking up for us. Obviously, the Super Bowl's coming up. You have the Rams. You have the Bengals.
I have the Rams just because I believe it's their year, even though it's the year of the Tiger in the Chinese New Year. Exactly. And Joey Burrow. But I think, the Chinese New Year couldn't have predicted fucking Aaron Donald being on the opposite side.
They couldn't have. And nowhere in the Chinese New Year did it say that Von Miller was going to end up on that D-line.
There's no way the Chinese New Year could have predicted Aaron Donald, right? He's going to go down as one of the best defensive players ever played in this
just
NFL.
the best players ever.
Yeah. Well, I'd say defensive first because I think he's got another 5 to 7 years in his career
if he wants.
So like right now,
I also don't know what else that guy's gonna do after. Like, what else do you do other than do what he does?
I think he's kind of already setting up like endorsement money and stuff to where he doesn't have to do much of anything. Probably get into real estate.
I was gonna say, does he look like a guy that would just retire and just like play golf all day? I don't think so.
He'll probably work at T-Mobile. There's other guys that look like him
jacked at T-Mobile.
There's other guys that look like him that work at T-Mobile. So fuck it. I mean,
I guess that's what
follow suit. But yeah, like shout out to the real Rams fans.
I wonder because I don't want to get too sportsy, so I don't want to negate some of the things that some of the non-sports fans like. When Super Bowl comes around, it is a big event, regardless if you're a sports fan or not.
Yeah, people that don't know football watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we love the game. Mm-hmm. What is it you think that brings people in that don't like? Obviously, like you're gonna have a lot of people that are just there for the spectacle, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think that draws them in?
Okay, so at the end of the day, the NFL is an entertainment sport.
Right.
People want to be entertained. The NFL has done a great job of branding Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is a huge barbecue, and oh, by the way, there's a game going on.
Oh yeah.
It's you make hamburgers, hot dogs. It's traditional American shit.
Nobody goes to church on that day.
No. And it's become it's become a thing. Like, it's an excuse for people to get together and celebrate.
Yeah.
That's how they branded it over the years since the inception of the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl era, which I don't know the exact year.
Well, this is gonna be Super Bowl what
54,
53?
Yeah, something like that. But they've cultivated to where, oh, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? Kind of thing. It's like a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And since the NFL is the biggest sport in America, not the
Yes.
world, in America, it's the same thing as the FIFA World Cup.
On a bigger scale, yes.
On a bigger scale,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna get together and we're gonna watch this. And that's why people that don't watch football, somebody, even if you don't like football, somebody that does.
Yeah, but like we get excited because we like the game.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like it's just icing on top,
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, they don't give two fucks about the game.
It's
but
the
I know,
reverse.
Yeah,
it's the reverse of like, oh, we could barbecue, we could come up with cute outfits.
Exactly.
Hey, there's an excuse to drink.
Super Bowl halftime show.
Exactly. Like the NFL genius on how they've done that over the years.
Okay, shout out Black History Month. Look who's headlining the Super Bowl. You got Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, Dr. Dre. Who else?
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
Oh no.
No.
It's not Missy Elliott. It's Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige. Am I missing somebody?
Maybe.
Ice Cube, maybe? No.
I don't think Ice Cube. I don't think so.
Either way. Hey, for West
Because it's
Coast
in
legends.
LA, and you gotta know where you're at.
Actually, Mary J. Blige isn't from the West Coast, but
No,
way.
she's not from the West Coast.
Either
no.
way.
But you have to know your the demographic, and this I don't know exactly what the fucking melody's gonna be.
How they're gonna cultivate all these factors.
Yeah. I imagine somebody's coming out in a 6'4" Impala. I imagine there's gonna be a lot of probably chrome bicycles, lowrider bicycles,
A lot of bandanas.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be LA culture. I hope they do it right.
I hope they don't do fucking cookie cutter like no. Hey, you want to be West Coast? Be West Coast. You're gonna be in LA? Be in LA. How angry do you think the old whites are?
They're gonna be furious, bro.
You got back to back. Like we had the
They're
weekend
gonna change
last
the
year.
channel.
We had the weekend last year.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking hated him for sure. They're like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Now, now we got that times 4.
Oh, a lot of people's grandpas and meemaws are gonna tell them change the channel. Change
When do you-
this
when do you-
gangster rap.
When do you
I'm
think?
like, that guy's a billionaire. What are we talking about?
And Snoop's not far behind.
Yeah. What are we talking about? That man's a billionaire. This man is a legend, world-renowned legend. What are we talking about? But a lot of the Southern Belt.
When do you think this? Like, we're gonna get another country like artist to headline the Super Bowl? Because
When it's hosted in a country side
Well,
area. I don't know who's hosting it.
yeah, because last year in Tampa you couldn't.
Well,
have
because
done a
the
country.
following year is Vegas, so maybe they get fucking. I don't know.
I feel like in Vegas though it has to be poppy. I feel like it's going to be poppy.
I guess it's a fairly new blue state, but there's still a lot of Republicans.
Yeah, I don't imagine there's gonna be a country.
Vegas
star.
don't even know what it is, bro.
No, they don't.
There's no like. You think California, you think Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you think gangster rap. Those are the things you think about with California music.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Vegas, what is it, bro? I mean, they'd be sick if they got the Killers, because the Killers are from Vegas.
Yeah.
It'd be sick, but Vegas doesn't have an identity, bro. It's whatever.
It's whatever they want the identity to be. That
And I've been there plenty of times. It's a lot of
whatever
is going,
yeah.
whatever you're into.
Damn. So yeah, it would have to be like when I'm trying to think of where they would. Maybe in Dallas. If this was in Dallas, then they have to. No, but they had the Super Bowl in Dallas when it opened up. I'm trying to think of who the fuck was the headliner of it.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I don't think it was though.
Was it Justin Timberlake?
I guess is that the healthy medium?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know, man. But
it's gonna be February is gonna be a great month.
hey, and also to celebrate Black History Month, OBJ is in the Super Bowl, and Baker Mayfield deactivated his social media
We up, boys.
in Black History Month.
We up, boys. Hey,
Man, fuck Baker Mayfield, bro.
Hey, bro,
he really had the whole NFL thinking OBJ was trash.
Yeah. This is how good it's going. Baker Mayfield is probably losing money right now. He's off social media. All those marketing deals that make him have to do posts, he can't do them now. He is losing money while our Black King over here is making money. He's making
$1 million a game.
Yeah.
Every game that they've won in the playoffs, he's got $1 million bonus.
Yeah.
And if they win the Super Bowl, he gets another $1 million.
Hey, who gets the last laugh here?
He does. He
does. He doesn't have to live in Cleveland.
And he doesn't have to live in Cleveland. And Baker Mayfield's going to be on a 5th-year fucking franchise tag, probably.
Yeah, with the fucking reconstructed shoulder in the fucking Cleveland. How cold it is over there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like his career's going to be very progressive.
Oh, it's going to be the best Black History Month ever.
Because he has a lot of progressive commercials.
Yes, he does. This will be a great month.
Yeah.
One, because Black History Month,
fantastic.
but two, it's just going to be great. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, I saw the video you retweeted. Like, move out the way, it's Black History Month, bitch.
That's one of the first things I think about. And I honestly, I'm always waiting on who's going to post it. So then I could I can't be the one to post it.
Yeah.
But I could repost.
Move out the way, bitch. It's Black History Month.
Do yourself a favor. Go on Twitter and try to find the video. It's hilarious.
Oh my
this
God.
fucking girl recording.
Yeah. No, that's the energy.
Okay. I need to stop. That's one of my favorite videos of all time.
And speaking of Black History Month, Black Love, Rihanna, ASAP Rocky.
Yes.
I have a theory here.
Okay, what's your theory? Lay it on me,
Since since celebrities influence a majority of our culture,
Right. All right.
a lot of you fellas that are in relationships are gonna be getting certain texts that are in our age range, because we're not too far behind Rocky and Rihanna.
No, they're like what, like
20
5 years ahead of us?
No, I think Rocky's 30.
Oh, I thought he was like early. I thought it was like 31. I was like,
He's
so
30
like
and
4
she's
years.
I think 31 as well.
Yes, like 4 years probably ahead of us.
Yeah. You're gonna get these texts. They want to have a kid. They want to settle down now.
Oh, you wanna double back around?
Oh, that's a separate text.
Oh, okay.
That the double back is a separate text. The other, I was speaking more for the people that are already in the relationship and they're seeing that that a celebrity in their age ranges are having kids.
There's that.
There's gonna be that text of like.
There's that text. Yes.
Like, hey babe, I want to get out. I don't want to. Kind of want to get off. This birth control.
Don't make me feel good.
Yeah, these talks are gonna start happening. You watch.
And I think there's gonna be even more text.
There's gonna be a lot more text about the double back.
About the double backing.
Spin the block. Come back. Hey, sometimes you need 10 years to just
grow apart. Hey, we'll reconvene when the time is right. And I don't think that's this. I don't think that's wrong.
Think about this. Rihanna dated a fucking
billionaire.
And then she dug up ASAP Rocky from whatever fucking French models he was under.
Rihanna, by the way, could do this on her own. But when she was with the billionaire, it's obviously another tier up. Like, he's probably showed her things that she could only imagine in her wildest dreams.
This is the thing we always talk about, bro. Money can't buy you swag. Money can't buy you personality, charisma, charm. It can't.
Tell Jeff Bezos that.
ASAP Rocky 15 years ago was fighting in prison bathrooms. All right, in prison
slipping
showers,
slipping on semen.
He told Harvard this. Now he went from that to now he's having a kid with Rihanna. You can do anything in this fucking life. It is a simulation. You can do anything. Don't let people tell you nothing, bro. If you would have told Rocky when he was up there in prison in New York State Penitentiary that one day he was gonna be wifed up with Rihanna, the Pondy replay girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he was gonna have a kid with her.
Hey, and her net worth is gonna be like 20 times what his is.
And it's gonna be $1 billion. He's like, I'm gonna get alimony if shit goes south.
Oh, hey, I can't lose, Chief.
Bro,
I can't lose.
House husbands. It's the year of the house husbands. 2022.
Year of the tiger and the year of the house husband. Who's next?
I know
Lucky
lions.
ladies.
I know lions are like this, but I don't know if tigers are. Because lions, it's the lioness that goes out and gets food and brings it back, and he eats whatever.
Hey, and why? And that begs the better question. Then why is he the king of the jungle?
Because she's getting him food so he can eat. A true king.
A true king, or just fucking another way of fucking misogyny out there.
A true king has a true queen that brings home the bacon.
Yeah. Hey, but by the way,
and he cooks it. He cooks
it. yes, she brings home the bacon, but don't get it twisted. He could also bring it home if he chooses to.
Hey, you know what
he's worried about? He's delegating. He's probably worried about other things around here. You know, she just needs to worry about this one aspect. He's over here delegating. Yeah. We got different things going on.
He's delegating his haram.
Hey,
he's selling her. She needs to do this.
I'm the chief here. I'm the chief. I'm the king. I
and every once in a while, he's got to fight off an op that's trying to take over his pride. Every once in a while, he got to protect them. He gives them protection. Safety. Lions are just pimps.
Don't tell Peter that, but yeah.
Hey, bro. I mean, I don't got to tell Peter. The truth will set you free, Peter. And it's staring you right in the face. Look, the lion occasionally just, on the off chance another lion comes and tries to takes his women. He's got to defend them and protect them.
Absolutely. And most of the time, he's not going to give the other lion even a chance to do it. He's going to go ahead and try and pounce on him.
Mm-hmm. And it's to death because there's no way that...
you can't have... you don't stop mid-fight.
Yeah. And if he loses, kill me.
You take me out.
Kill me, bro, because that means I got to get a job. Hey, kill me.
I got to start doing all the hunting.
I got to start doing all the hunting, bro. Kill me now.
Hey, death, please.
Death, please. Pull the trigger.
Bro, that's a great point.
Yeah. Hey, these are things you got to think about. Watch fucking the Discovery Channel, National Geographic. Learn something.
Hey, start looking at lions a little different now, huh?
See? And that goes back to our point of people that shouldn't be commentating sporting events. I think of Ancient Aliens with Action Bronson.
Yeah.
I think of like
I also think of Snoop when they did the National Geographic.
Exactly, bro. Like
that shit. That's who should be commentating this stuff.
Because what was it like? Snoop did one on like it was like an alligator and I forgot what it was.
Yeah, it was on when he had his or I think he still has the GGN network.
Yeah, it was, but it was
it was a segment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not gonna go back and watch it because it's hilarious. But yes, I do think the double back text is gonna be more prominent than what you were alluding to, in terms of like couples already in our age probably gonna go ahead and have the talk.
A Fashion Killer was just him manifesting. Hey, we all thought it was a stupid song back then. Bro. We all thought it was a stupid song, but lo and behold, bro, that was Rocky's prayer.
God damn.
That was Rocky's prayer.
This hey, clap it up for A$AP Rocky.
Salute house husbands worldwide.
God damn, he's a genius.
House husbands worldwide, man. Hey.
Good for them.
Great for him, bro.
Hey, that is hey. Don't take that example and think in your head like, oh, we can be Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Hey, don't let him discourage you
and double back,
thinking that you can't be.
Hey, and go ahead and double back because most of the time you probably left for a bad reason, and I'm gonna say most of the times you're probably not gonna get back together for the best reasons either. But if this is
the two negatives equal a positive.
Shout out my Lions out there.
Hey, we broke up because you were toxic, but I wasn't the best of person either back then.
Nah. I think we both kind of good now.
I think we've kind of grown since. Come here, my little fashion killer.
Come here, my little lioness.
Because I'm real jiggy over here.
But shout out them, bro. Shout out them.
Out.
What else,
love, bro?
What else we got on the fucking agenda today? Oh, you brought up. Damn, I wish you would have fucking said at the beginning when we talked about Black History Month about the disrespectful. I don't want to make this a sports podcast, but we could talk about this.
Oh yes, disrespectful as Tom Brady.
Yeah, greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take away all the shine from the start of Black History Month with what, Adam?
Announcing his retirement. Newsflash, Tom. Adam Schefter announced it on Sunday.
You sick son of a bitch.
You don't announce it on Black History Month the first day?
You couldn't wait till the second? Like, that was too much for you? On it because Tuesday was better than a Wednesday?
Yeah. Oh. Bro, just wait until fucking Thursday or Friday, bro. Dude. You have all week.
You could have waited till next week, and I don't think anybody would have been mad about this.
It doesn't even matter if you announce it now or in March, because you're giving them ample opportunity to draft a proper quarterback in April. So what does it even matter, Tom?
Come on, Tom.
Read the room, bro.
Awareness. He prided himself on awareness.
He could read a cover 2 zone shell, but he can't read that it's Black History Month. Fucking stupid.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, disrespectful. Next topic.
Mike Evans, don't text him. Don't text
text
him
him.
congratulating on retirement. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
No, you'll be good. All right, Mike.
You're gonna be good, bro.
Hopefully on the Saints, not on the
That's
Bucks.
fucking disrespectful, Tom.
The disrespect. I did want to talk about a side note from that. I did want to talk about Euphoria because we haven't talked about Euphoria.
We haven't.
I think since the beginning episode.
we haven't talked about it. We talked about the week leading up, like the week before the episode, and then I think
Might
we
have
took a
been.
week off, and
Might have
then
been.
we just haven't talked about it. Listen, guys, drug addiction's real.
Hey, and Dare, they were a program, right?
Yes,
Or
they still are
a
around.
nonprofit. I don't know what they are.
They're
exactly.
a nonprofit organization.
Hey, Dare, don't you fucking dare try and take this from us.
Look, drug addiction's real. Okay, we all want to have a good time. We all have our own vices.
Say no to drugs.
You don't need to say no to drugs.
You say no to
You just need to know your fucking limits.
that, and also say no to probably to the wrong drugs.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh,
dude,
well, yeah, that too.
I don't think you need to try meth. I mean, if you want to, you. Me personally, I don't believe you should.
I'm the wrong person to ask or tell that to. Because sometimes I look at how people live their lives, and I'm like, the
Don't.
high has to be worth it.
Don't. No.
Bro, meth is a deal breaker for me. Because
I hope so.
It's a deal breaker for me. Because I love my teeth. And I see how these people that smoke meth, what it does to their teeth.
Absolutely.
It's a deal breaker.
You also like your body, right?
Yep, love my body.
Look what happens if you get on that stuff.
Touch my body. Shout out Mariah Carey. What?
Do some meth. Look what happens to your body. You're all, well, I'll be ripped.
I'll be fucking yoked, bro. That's called malnourished.
It's called malnourished, my guy. And
Yeah,
you,
but I'll have super strength.
no, I don't think you will.
Yeah, so Euphoria, look, this season has shown a lot of dicks, but
I think it showed more in the first season.
I think there was one episode where it showed a lot in the first season.
I feel like it was like half the episode, and I feel like that they showed it.
Okay, how about this? I feel they show it for no reason this season. Like, Cal didn't need to be pissing and leave his dick out while he's telling his family they ain't shit.
No, I don't.
But I guess it adds, the pizzazz to.
It adds to the pizzazz, and you know what? Maybe he needed it to convey his argument further.
I think they got the point.
No, I think they did too. I don't think he needed to have his dick out while he's talking to his
I
wife
didn't
and his
think he
kids.
needed to. I think he could have put his dick away. But, I mean, what do I know? I'm not fucking. What's the writer's name?
Sam Levinson.
I'm not him. But
It was hysterical.
I love one of my favorite things about when the episodes come out is now Angus Fez watches it with
Oh,
everybody.
he does like the live tweets. Like he wasn't fucking there.
No, well, he
sometimes.
doesn't know
I
the
know.
final cuts. Like, he's not allowed to see.
Oh, and I think we talked about this on when we were talking about it. Like they only ever. Wait, what?
I think we talked about this when we were talking about it.
The first time when like the episode came out,
Yeah.
or when it was coming out, was because of COVID. Like most of the times, the sets were really, unless it needed to be, like at the parties or like at the church. If it's a small scene, only those people are going to be there. Like they didn't have the excess people that they always do. So a lot of the actors, unless you're Zendaya, she got to do whatever she wants. You're not going to be at that scene because COVID. You're not going to shut us down.
Yeah,
bro.
you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
So he really.
By the
doesn't
time
know.
this episode comes out, you guys have had ample time. That's the word of the day, ample.
It's been fucking a month.
No. I'm going to talk about this episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
You've had enough time to see the episode already. Some people probably already watched it twice. I knew Jules and Elliot were going to hook up. Writing was on
Shocker.
the wall. Writing was on the wall. That was going to happen. Because and who can't tell that Rue's on drugs?
Fam, I mean,
Who can't tell?
I you know what I think it is? I think it's because Sam tries to paint the picture of teenage kids with all those hormones are so self-obsessed that they miss those little things. Like they're so negligent at the fact because they're so self-centered that they miss that completely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can miss depression, like you could, because you're so self-absorbed,
Right.
But when a person looks like there's like they're walking around like Pigpen from fucking Charlie Brown, and like they look like there's fucking like flies coming off of them because they smell.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this person's on drugs. I can't tell you what.
And you know what? Like they did bring up like the whole like, and that was Rue's fucking defense of like, oh, I'm just gonna say I'm back on weed. I mean, I've known potheads in my day. Like at the most, I mean, I guess they're gonna have like dirty shirts because they're probably eating a lot or something. They have the munchies. That's his most.
Yeah.
But the way she's acting, I don't see potheads act like
high.
that.
That's not weed.
No.
Like, oh, I just smoke a little weed.
But
here and
again,
there.
but we know that I think when you're, I mean, I knew that in high school. You knew that in high school, but I guess they just want to paint the picture of these kids just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
Or
think
they don't
back,
want to
I
know.
think back to the first time I saw my friends do coke when I was like, I think 18, 19, and it was a very, very eye-opening experience.
Because you've only ever smoked weed up until then.
I've only smoked weed, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is something else, and I just removed myself. I walked away.
Yeah.
Also, it was a very weird situation. Like, you're in, I'm not gonna say what fraternity house this is, but the bathroom had
imagine.
the bathroom had a flickering light, and I needed to just take a piss, bro. It was like the scene out of This Is the End,
Yeah.
where Michael Cera's
Sarah?
like, oh, you just need a pee, baby? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
While there's a girl, there's a girl eating his ass.
Well, there's a girl eating his ass and sucking his dick. So go ahead, just use the bathroom. Like, I walk in, like, the light's fucking flickering, and homies are pressing it down, chopping it up, and he's like looking at me. He's like, "Oh, did you want one?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I just got to piss." Oh, the bathroom, the toilet's right there. Like, okay,
You got it, bro.
yeah. And then I hear somebody, I fucking take the biggest breath I ever heard in my life. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, well this is happening.
Hey, we're here now.
We're here. This is the most disgusting bathroom I've ever seen, and this is where y'all want to do it."
And this is not the most sanitary of places.
Bro, I looked, I'm like, how can you look at this counter, that tub, and this toilet and say this counter is sanitary enough for me to do my blow?
You know what? Because when you're on blow, you're not thinking those things.
Fucking A, you fucking iPhone. Flip it over.
They're not also the smartest bunch.
They weren't the smartest.
They're not the smartest
They're not
bunch.
the smartest bunch, man.
Look, like everything needs a proper setting.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you guys should do coke. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is,
If it's ever presented
if
to
it's
you.
ever presented, please let it be in the most appropriate of locations and situations, okay? And also, don't just trust it from anybody.
Yeah. Especially now.
No,
Please,
not now.
Please not now.
But like, who's like, if you're like, I don't know, out in Havasu, and you're just out, out having a good time, just
Very
nothing
specific
specific.
place.
Not, I mean, it doesn't have to be specific. It could be anywhere. It could be Laughlin.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. It could
Another
be
specific
Hey, it
place
could be
in the-
Parker, Arizona.
Dude,
Hey.
all these places are within a certain radius of each
Hey,
other.
point of the matter is, the opportunity presents itself. Y'all fuck it. Hey, why not? Now is as good a time as ever. I trust these people.
Might as well.
But you don't do it around people you don't take shit from people you don't trust.
Yeah. Please don't.
No.
But yeah, bro, Euphoria.
Doesn't make me want to do drugs.
It makes me think like, oh wow, this is how addiction starts.
Yeah.
This is exactly how it starts. And these kids, I mean, I didn't go out a lot in high school, so I can't really say of this is exactly how my high school was. But what I can say is a lot of them look like they're having a great time. Another part of me is saying, where the fuck is everyone's parents?
Yeah. Also, I always think about why don't they ever show the come downs?
They never. This is one thing
That's
I
the
noticed, and I
problem.
know, and I know
That's
it's
the
like
problem.
it's a ridiculous thing to ask for, but I think this is just how my brain works. I never see because I was watching Ozark as well.
Okay.
I've never seen these motherfuckers put gas. I've never seen these
Yeah.
people do practical things.
Right.
And I'm like, that's what makes it like, oh, this is how I know it's just a show, But it's like, y'all motherfuckers drive a lot.
Yeah, I've never seen you guys once had to worry about gas,
Yeah.
tires, brakes, oil changes. Not a goddamn
Not a
thing.
goddamn thing. And I know it does nothing for the plot. But
No. But the thing is, it only highlights when they're high and they're in that euphoric stage, and that's it. They never highlight the day-to-day bullshit or the come downs. Not really much of that.
No. But, and then also.
The danger they kind of do highlight. I will
And
say
it
that.
also showed a lot of like teenage stupidity because how are you going to do a beer run and not have your car on?
Yeah,
One.
and not have a getaway driver.
And not, yeah, why are you the driver?
That's just, well, they didn't have a choice because Rue's obviously
Well, he knew that Rue was
Gone.
Jules didn't.
yeah.
Which Jules,
Red flag right there, Jules. Come on.
If you weren't too busy trying to fuck Elliot, you'd notice your fucking girlfriend's on drugs again.
By the way, when she interrogated Elliot with Rue behind her, it was hysterical. She's like, "Do you want to fuck Rue?" He's all, "Well, not now."
Yeah.
Like his sarcasm, grade A
and,
material.
and they talked about this on Twitter. They're like, Jules was crying and throwing up at the mere thought of Elliot having a crush on Rue. 2 episodes later, and she's in his room, just them two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, isn't that like, come on,
Hey,
come on, what are we doing?
What were
here?
your real intentions here?
Exactly?
Hey, Were you mad that he was potentially into Rue, or are you mad that he wasn't potentially into you?
You. Is it Rue or you?
But yeah, no, this whole season has been phenomenal. This whole thing with Cal, they've highlighted on him quite a bit.
Rightfully so.
He's taken some steps.
Well, I'm proud of Cal in the aspect of him owning who he is.
Yes.
And realizing like, yeah, this is me. I mean, Ashtray beat it out of him, or beat it into him.
Yes.
Beat him towards acceptance.
See,
but
sometimes violence is okay.
This, I know that they're trying to do like a character arc.
Yeah.
The tape is still out there.
Oh, hey, we all know that. Well, which by the, I want to bring up. Hey, shout out to Fesco for this one too, where he's oh fuck, what was he saying? He was saying
he's like
I didn't know you didn't know you was recording.
Yeah, it's like he has the most
simple answers back. Like, hold on, like he's still at this base simple level.
Yes.
It's a very complex situation.
Yeah, it's way over.
But but at the same time, it's that simple of like, bro, how did this get to here? Like, how did this get past where I'm at? Is more or less the question.
Bro, you fuck Jules.
The one Jewel, you fuck Jewel. He called her Jewel.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you fuck Jewel, the one that Nate's in love with. And he's like, what? He's like, I'm confused. He's like, you're confused. I'm confused.
Meanwhile, fucking Ashtray,
boom, hitting him with the butt of the gun.
Like you can't. These scenes are just. It's just.
And I knew he was gonna go back to that bar. Like I knew that's where he was going at first. But
nostalgia.
But this also, I thought he was like, I knew that they were gonna do.
You thought they're gonna meet up?
No.
Oh.
I
want to know what happened to his best friend.
thought he was gonna get in an accident with another character from the show. And then when I saw Elliot and them drive by the opposite way, I was like, I knew they were gonna incorporate something simultaneously happening.
Yeah.
And I thought they were gonna get in an accident, like all of them.
Which would be even crazier because it's like
exactly like because I thought like Ellie and them were gonna have to drive back the same way to get to wherever they're going, and he's gonna have to come back the same way. So like I thought that was a foreshadowing. It didn't happen.
No,
but I thought that was a foreshadowing.
Not yet.
I thought that was a foreshadowing of what was gonna happen that night. Like Cal's drinking and driving, and
the foreshadow or the real fucking mystery for everybody is the third child.
The third son.
Because there's 3 fucking kids in that frame that he took with him.
Yeah, there's one that's got a crazy Google Chrome history. There's a
what do you say?
He's all your search history made my jaw drop.
And this is saying a lot coming from him.
Coming from that sick fuck. And
he's all pissing in assholes. Come on, man.
8 people coming on one girl's face? Come on, man. Like even I got some limits.
Yeah, bro. And the one that hurt the most, he's all, and all this is all disgusting, terrible information, but and he leaves it for the last. And you, yes, pointing to Nate, like I've known you my whole life, and I don't know a single fucking thing about you.
Okay, have you seen the movie fucking Waiting?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it reminded me of the goat situation.
Yes, at the end.
He's like, and he's like, what the fuck did I do?
What the fuck did I do, man?
What the fuck did I do, man? And everyone looks and then looks back and he's fucking goading.
Yeah.
It's Dane Cook. And he's goading him.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that shit was fucking hilarious.
That was beautiful.
But that's what that reminded me of. I was like, oh, he's all, and you are my biggest regret. I'm like, who the fuck's he pointing at?
Nate's all, what the fuck did I do, man?
The fuck did I do, man?
She was beautiful though.
And so do you think so obviously the mom knew the whole time about the dad, about Cal.
Had to.
She knew. She just wasn't like didn't. It was one of those things of like, if I don't say it, it's not real.
Yeah, she knew, but because I have a feeling she knew when they did the flashback of him and his friend in high school. I feel like she knew there was something between them. Mm-hmm. I feel like she did.
Yeah.
And I feel like she got pregnant probably on purpose.
Fucking diabolical woman.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And think about it, when he was saying all these, he was saying all these things. She wasn't that shocked.
She wasn't shocked at all. I'm
sure
going to bed.
I'm sure she probably didn't expect some of the other things, but
yeah.
she knew that, hey, this guy's dark.
Yeah.
He's got some.
He
He's got some
forgot
shit.
to mention, and I'm pretty sure she would be shocked if he mentioned in like, oh yeah, and, some of them are 17.
Hey, bro, and he's not fucking good at his arguments, bro. He's and I get it, like, you know, you were talking to that one guy on Facebook, and I'm all, bro, you're not gonna compare her flirting on Facebook to you I can't even say what he did, but you fucking doing what you're doing.
Hey, but that's some real man shit right there.
Hey, that's a lion.
Hey, that's a lion right there. Lion. That's lion mentality. Hey, right there, in that situation, it's like, yeah, I fucked another bitch, but you but you and your dirty liking message, like you pushed me to this. Honestly,
You and your dirty flirtation.
I can't believe that you would push me to do something like this because you don't make me feel safe and valued. Like, wait, and Fezco, how did we get past here?
Hey, bro,
I'm here. How did we get here?
I'm confused, man.
She's like, yeah, okay, I kept love notes. What does that have to do with everything that you did? In a box. What did that have to do with anything of what you did?
I had no clue, bro. It was just.
Yeah, bro. That's that. I was proud though. In his monologue, in a weird way of like, oh, bro, finally you accepted yourself. I mean, it's probably 20 years too late.
22 years too late. You probably burned every bridge. You probably said some. You probably said some things that no father should ever have to say to his children.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, dude? If this is what it takes, then this is what it takes. But you know what? We haven't seen the last of him yet.
And honestly,
it's only gonna get better.
Another reason why
is he's probably accepting it, but I think he's also in the back of his mind, he does not know where this tape is, so he probably thinks like
he has a death wish.
Yeah,
for lack of a better term,
either a death wish or he knows his days are numbered.
Yeah,
days are numbered here, so I might as well get all this out.
His days are numbered.
Say that I fucking hate you,
bro.
Nate.
Rue's days are numbered. Fucking.
I think prediction. I think she's dead already.
Maybe. It's not far off. That scene with Labyrinth and in the church,
it was beautiful.
It was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. I may or may not have cried. I cried.
Okay, I wasn't gonna press you on it. No, I wasn't gonna press you on it, bro.
Acceptance, just
what?
I'm not gonna say just like Cal, but like, hey, he shows he could accept. Hey, acceptance. I could just talk about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I got nothing to be ashamed about. I cried.
Yeah. Okay.
My dog judged. It's all good though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's gone already.
Somebody's got to die in this season, right?
I think multiple people are.
That's because nobody it is high school, so they can't go too much murdery. But the way they're fucking moving, it's like somebody's got to die. If not
murdery.
If not, well, I mean, other than they killed Mouse, which that was like the murder. But like one of the main characters, like somebody has to die.
Somebody has to go. I was thinking it was Ashtray.
I pray to God not.
I heard that the Euphoria script got leaked last week.
Don't even fucking.
I didn't read it.
Don't give me spoilers.
I didn't read it. I don't know.
Thank God.
Oh, but
if
people notice that Nate and Maddie are basically almost the same situation as Cal and the wife, kind of repeating of like, he really doesn't love her, kinda, not sorta, in a way, not really, but, and she's already talking about like, well, give me a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, the cycle is really just about to repeat itself. But this kid's more fucked up than his dad.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
And then you got Cassie. Cassie,
girl, stand up, please,
dude. The fact this is what I love about Euphoria at times is because she went so far as to projectile vomit on everybody at the mere sound and thought of Nate and Maddie having a baby.
Yeah.
Yet to proceed in a few shots later, because this is in the labyrinth scene, I believe, was her all beautiful behind with all the roses. It was like the Mexican montage with the Virgen de Guadalupe. That's what Sam Levinson referred to. And only you get that in Euphoria.
And honestly, you people, I'm saying you people on Twitter that don't understand how Cassie ended up throwing up in a hot tub from the beginning of the party to then.
Just all her mixed drinks.
Yeah, you obviously, one, you don't have much life experience. Two, it was painfully obvious that was gonna happen because the way she was drinking before the party even started.
All those
the way she was drinking in the beginning, she just took one shot and then I think she asked who she asked. Oh, is Nate coming?
Yeah.
and then just continue to keep drinking more.
Bro,
I'm like, oh, this
she had a
thing's bad.
shot. Then I saw her had like a tall can of like a seltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw her had like a blue like Mike's Hard Lemonade or like a Smirnoff type of fucking drink.
Oh, then she started drinking from the bottle.
And then she started drinking from the bottom, which was I think champagne, I believe. It's like,
bro,
hey, but did you not think she was gonna throw up?
she's gonna throw up. And then she was confessing as her mom was getting her out of the hot tub. She was confessing to Maddie, like, I'm sorry and you're my best friend. And she was about to confess.
And the mom's like, you stupid bitch, get out of the fucking get out of the hot tub.
Stupid bitch.
Dude, her mom,
Yeah, can somebody help me?
as much of an alcoholic as she is, and much of a cool mom as she is, at least she hold it down for her daughter.
Yeah.
And fucking, and then you just got Lexi over here plotting away with her.
Right, this is gonna be great
Great
in
in my
Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma, it's gonna be great in Oklahoma.
Bruh. She's just right there writing everything down like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, and I'm sorry if you guys haven't seen Euphoria. Everything we've just said right now gives nothing away as to like the actual show.
Yeah.
Please do yourself a favor and watch Euphoria.
Watch Euphoria, watch Ozarks, and watch Righteous Gemstones, please. I recommend watching Righteous Gemstones after you watch an episode of Euphoria just to balance out what's going on. Danny McBride, John Goodman, Adam Devine are fucking hysterical. And this was an interlude episode that's setting up the second half of the season. Shit's hitting the fan in the most hysterical way possible. You gotta watch it.
I'm gonna get around to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get around to it.
Highly recommend. It's about John Goodman. It's about this Southern Christian family that have these mega churches and stuff, and like they just became rich off of Christianity, but they're actually the most fucked up people that you'll ever meet and hear about. But they're stupid rich.
Fuck, who is what's his name?
Joe Austin.
Joe Austin. There you go.
It's like that, but they're based in Memphis.
Oh, he's out of Texas, no?
Houston, Texas. Remember when the Hurricane Harvey happened and
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
didn't
want
want to let
people
people
inside?
in for shelter.
Yeah, he didn't want to let people inside, bro. The man of God. He's like, they're gonna get the place dirty.
The shoes are wet. Fuck up my floors.
Yeah, he's all, hey, newsflash, guy. Whole town's wet.
Hey, the whole town's underwater.
The whole town's underwater.
We have Derek Lewis on a fucking 20-foot high lifted truck, saving people, lifting people.
Bro, the Black Beast,
bro, it's
is
hilarious.
out there.
And you could just see how massive he is because like there's cars underwater, and then you just see him like in the water carrying a human being up high, and I'm all, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. He's a superhero.
Imagine Derek Lewis and Marshawn Lynch color commentating a fucking game.
That's pay-per-view money I will spend.
That's pay-per-view right there.
I will spend that on a pay-per-view.
Or a fight companion.
Absolutely. I would pay for that.
Yeah.
You know what? If it was on OnlyFans, I would actually subscribe to OnlyFans. Because I've never done that before.
Right.
I'd actually, you know what? I'd actually do it.
Pay it.
Take all my money.
Bro, they'd make a killing. They'd make a fucking killing. Them, commentating on anything really, but if it was a fight event or a sporting event, specifically, even if a sport they have no idea, like if they had to talk about soccer,
that might be even better.
They had to talk about like even like a badminton match.
I was thinking that right now too, like or racquetball,
or cricket. Is that the other one?
Yeah, cricket's a dude. Yeah,
that should be a thing.
That, you know what? If we had money, we could talk to producers. We could do these. Some people just aren't allowed to have certain things in life.
All these fucking ideas.
But anyways, I would say we're already a minute. Minute 15. Hour 15 in.
We reached a good amount. Did we not hit anything that we're supposed to talk about?
There is, but we could always save it for next week. Save it for next week. Cool. Because it just happened, so I kind of want to see where it goes and talk about it more. But either way, thank you for listening in on this week. Please comment, like, subscribe, rate 5 stars. Subscribe, unsubscribe, then subscribe again. What else? Do we have
still support locals?
Always support
the
locals.
homies.
Always support Everbloom. Always support 6th Street, Gabino's,
Papa Heads.
I'm trying. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting.
You said 6th Street already.
Bob's Twin Kitchen. Shout out, Punchy.
Shout out. Hey.
Boy's going. Hey, he's going through it in Boston right now.
Which proves my point why
anybody would live in a snowy area like that
I don't want to wake up 2 hours early for work in fucking freezing temperatures
for an hour and a half to
just to move
get
my car.
snow off of my car.
Just move my car.
No, bro. I'll deal with the heat. I'll wait the 10 minutes
For
my
car-
AC
to fucking heat this thing, or fucking not heat it up, but cool it off.
to cool this thing off.
Yeah.
Hey, crazy. Car has a remote control to start. Go ahead and start warming up the AC.
I could park my truck under some shade, make it a little easier. I could
I
do
will
things.
suffer like that
Yeah.
versus having to suffer to get my car out of my driveway.
We're in a fucking summer long sauna, living in the valley. Hey, bro, we're just shedding pounds. Not even trying. It's,
It's going great.
that's gonna keep going great. But yes, always support local business. I would say, do we have any announcements? I don't think we have any yet.
No announcements yet. They will be coming soon.
A lot of things cooking. We have a lot of things
at the same time.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're up to something. We are up to something. Something big. Something humongous.
Forbidden.
Slow down there, sir. But yes, thank you for listening in this week. Until next week, guys, we love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Deuces.
Later.